From leading through change to shaping the future of an entire campus, Lewis University's 10th president, David Livingston, has left a mark. And now, as he prepares to step away, we're taking a look back at the legacy he leaves behind him.
I think what I'm most proud of is and there's probably been 15,000, 16,000 graduates that have walked across the stage, and that people learn what they want to learn, they make all these relationships, and then they leave and they go out and change the world.
For years, President David Livingston has led Lewis University through growth, change, and challenging moments in higher education. And for him, it's the students and their impact beyond campus that define his legacy.
My hope is that the legacy is that Lewis is one of those places that will thrive in the future because it's got the right kind of people with the right kind of attitude, and it's willing to stay focused on its mission, but also be able to change how we are as a university and what we do so that we can really meet students where they are.
But his presidency didn't come without obstacles. Navigating a global pandemic forced the university to adapt quickly, redefining how students learned and connected.
Probably the biggest challenge was COVID. We had 2 weeks to put 2,100 classes fully online and get all the faculty ready to do that, and then deal with moving people out and back home. And that for me was incredibly challenging. And I think we did a really great job, because being online is really hard when you're used to not being online. It's a really difficult challenge.
And through it all, it was personal stories that left the biggest impact. Students who nearly lost their opportunity, but found a way to finish and move forward.
There might be only 2 semesters away, and everything's going like they want it to, and then all of a sudden they just can't afford tuition. And of course they talk about how they were in tears because they really loved Lewis, or they were on this team, or they were just about to, graduate. Because part of what I do is go out and raise money for those scholarships. And then they talk about what they got the money, they stayed in school, and now they're they're an ICU nurse, or they're principal of a grade school, or they're flying.
A community built on relationships, one that Livingston says makes Lewis stand out.
When I went to college, I fell in love with the college environment. It's just one of those places that is hard to find after you leave. A university community is just a special place. It's a unique part of the whole economic world. And so leaving it and not being here, I think it's what I will miss most. It's hard to replace what a university context is, and Lewis is a special place.
After years of growth, leadership, and impact, Lewis University's 10th president is leaving behind a legacy that will be remembered for years to come. For LUTV News, I'm Khristian Kluever.